All right, so this goes out to Bill in Dayton, and I just happened to be teaching the next day outside here, and I thought I'd bring my iPad out and show you a little bit of how to teach a youngster or a beginner how to serve. And one thing you may want to take a look at that video again I sent you of my 6-year-old. If you watch his motion, it's very similar to what I'm going to be showing you here today. And he's just hitting against the wall at our house. So first of all, the first thing you want to do is get someone to understand how to throw first. So, you want them to make sure that foot's staying back here and they're sideways. But really, when they start to throw, they're going to start, and a football is even better than a baseball or a tennis ball because it's got some weight to it. But I've had so many even high school girls who just could not serve when I first started coaching high school tennis. And I sent them home to play catch with their dad for 10 minutes a night with a football. And after a week, it was amazing how much their serve improved from not even hitting a serve. But what I told them was I wanted them to start not with the football here behind their back and the back scratch. Try to throw like this. That's real difficult, all right? And you have a lot of movement and not a lot of control. What you do want to have them do is start with the ball here kind of by their ear, but away from their body here, getting sideways, maybe pointing towards their target. But the key is to get them to turn and let that hand just drop back here, right here, into this cocking position right here, and then let it release. And that's what you're trying to do. And then when they're serving with a tennis ball or throwing a ball, get them to do that and throw it up so it looks like this. Boom. And again, we don't want them doing this, throwing with the arm first. We want them getting their body to turn first, and that's going to elongate these muscles here and then allow them to retract back and give you a little more acceleration. Looks like this. Boom. And that's what we're after. So go play catch with the football with somebody and just trying to get them to go through this motion right here with the hand starting up, not back here. You don't throw here. You don't start your serve from here. You start it here away from your body, and kaboom. That's how you do it. Now, what I do then, and again, like I said on my answer on my podcast, is you'd want to get them doing this same thing. Imagine you're just raising your hand in class. Hey, I have a question. Now get them starting from there, throw the ball up, and I'm sideways and do the same thing. Here, drop, and boom. All right. Here, drop, and boom. And again, I'm keeping the racket and the ball close. If I go like this and like that, it's doable. I can do that, but it's a lot harder for me to go find this ball, and even to keep it simpler, you may just want to go like this. Just start here and go boom, and just see if they can just bloop that ball up over the net. And then, after that, have them do the stage that I just showed you. So have them start here and go tap up. With the continental grip, by the way, even for beginners, I'm a big proponent of using the right grip right from the start. It won't affect them at all. All right, now, from there, we throw it up and do our little drop back like we did before. And then we go through that through that conductor motion. And what I meant by that in the podcast was we have kids start with a small U here. So it looks like this. And do the same thing they just did. Small U here. Boom. All right, then as they get better, they can make that bigger. All right, say a little bigger here. All right, boom, there we go. And again, a little bigger. All right, and then as they get better, even a little bit bigger. So now it's here, boom. But if you notice, I'm not doing this all the way back, getting my arms completely in the opposite direction of each other, going like this and dropping down and hitting. I'm keeping everything. I'm trying to keep that racket head from pointing back at the back fence here. I'm trying to get it just to go this way, so it's almost pointing up. So I make that U here, then I turn, let it drop in that cocking position, and let it go. Then from there, you would add in the trunk a little bit more. You'd say, okay, now trunk, shoulders, and racket. Then from there, you'd add in the legs, and trunk, and shoulders, and racket. And that's how I would teach a beginner or a youngster to serve. Now, the example I used with Andy Roddick was that when you saw him at age 11, and this is typical for young kids, is they really get this elbow down just because they're not strong enough. They're not able to go from here very easily. So they really kind of get this down here, and you see that a lot. And that's normal in younger kids. And like I said in the video, when you saw him serving, it was like 8 years later, it was like, oh, it's Andy Roddick. So that's normal in a youngster's developmental stage. But in an adult, they should be able to keep that here. They have no problem with it. So once again, start here, boom. Then go ahead and let it cock down and drop like this, boom. Then use a smaller U like this here. So it's pretty much the same exact thing. Then a little bigger. All right. Then finally a little bigger. and boom. And Bill, hopefully that works for you. If you have any questions, remember to email me at mick@realtennisnetwork.com.